Hi friends, it's Tracy from the Financial Freedom Diary, and today we're going to go through my week 3 check-in, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's zoom in on my purchases for this week. It kind of felt like I did a lot of spending this month in general, which makes me a little bit nervous, but not that much. I know it's everything that I felt like I needed, but that's all I can say right now. And this has been a long work week. I don't know about you guys, but it's just felt like I've had so much to do and I am so exhausted. So today I'm staying home. So last Sunday I spent $50.23 at Best Buy. I finally went and got the tripod that I needed and an external mic for my cell phone. I haven't recorded on my cell phone at all, so I'm not sure if it'll pick me up. My camera can pick me up because a lot of times I have to stand really close to it, and I've tried that syncing up with my external mic thing, and yeah, that's a lot of you have to know how to do that stuff, and this is not my thing. This is not my thing, so I'm learning. But anyway, I went and got it, and I didn't spend as much as I thought it was, but I got everything I need, so I just need to get it all set up so I can get my other content that I really want to push out. I want to get that out there because I like it and I think it's important. But also we went grocery shopping, so I spent $44.16 at Aldi's. I spent $16.52 at Walmart. And in household supplies, I spent $8.37 at Walmart. And this is really one trip. I spend one amount and then I pay that envelope back when I get home. In Tennessee, we pay 9.25% for everything else, but I think it's 6.25% for food. So it's easy to kind of tell the difference between the two on your receipt as far as the taxes and knowing where to put that. For laundry, I spent $10, and I actually went and got a Caesar salad and spent $7.69, which I normally spend $8.61. And the difference was I didn't get a cheese cracker. The guy didn't ask, and they were pretty busy, and they normally are on Caesar salad Thursday. And I didn't say anything, so it was just like, hey, I'm hungry, I just want to eat. And he didn't ask me, so I didn't get it. And I do like it. It's like a Parmesan cheese cracker, and it's really good. But anywho, I got to pay a little bit less, so now I know how much that costs. So, but anyway, for groceries, I spent a total of $60.68. In household, I spent $8.37. Laundry, I spent $10. Restaurants, I spent $7.69. And personal, I spent $50.23. And I know if you follow the Dave Ramsey program, he talks about not eating out at a restaurant unless you work there and stuff. And typically, I don't eat out a lot. I can if I get started. So it's not an excuse for going to the cafeteria, but it's actually like the one thing that I actually do a lot for myself because I do work a lot. I do my side hustle. I do everything else. So I'm like, in this one little area, I'm going to give myself something, and that keeps me from going off the rails. Everybody has their way of doing things. Some people can strictly eat from home. And I think that's super cool, but I do allow myself a restaurant budget, and I do allow myself some personal money to buy the things that I need. I guess I shouldn't say buy the things that I need, but the things I want also are included in that. And that keeps me from deviating from the plan or just feeling like it's too restrictive, and I'm not allowed to have any kind of fun whatsoever. It varies from person to person and what they can tolerate. I'm not a rip the band-aid off type person. I have to gradually submerge myself into something, and then it becomes a routine over time. But my sons, on the other hand, they are band-aid off type people, and if they decide they're going to save money, you can just say, how much have you saved? Because it's already done. But mom is not like that, and so she finds a way to make things work for her. So here, I just subtracted 60.68 from 150 and came up with 89.32. So in my grocery envelope, that's the wrong pen, I don't want to write with that one, I need $89.32. But yeah, that's just how I do my budget. And plus, I have a lot more debt than the average person, and so I could not get it done in 2 years. I spent a good deal of my time just getting current and trying to figure everything out. And I went through and cash flowed a bunch of stuff. So $89.32. I'm looking for $89, so it's 50, 70, 80, 85, 90. So I must use some change there because I got 90 bucks. And I'm gonna roll that into my week 4. My weeks are Sunday through Saturday. And I know it's early today, but I don't plan on going out anywhere because I'm still unpacking my apartment. And I'm going to stay home and try to get some things unpacked and get some things listed on Mercari and go from there while I'm unpacking, getting those things listed, because I have a lot of things I do not need, have not used in years, or never used it at all, and still have receipts and tags on them. It's ridiculous, the stuff I was doing. 37. So out of household, I have $1.63 left. I don't count the change. I keep my change all together and I call it community change. So I should have $1 in household. So let's look and see. And I do. So I don't have anything I need to spend in household, so I'm going to probably roll that $1 into October and let it sit in there. Laundry, I spent 10, so I should have 35. This is the one category in my cash envelopes I've never had to worry about because I do not touch the laundry unless I'm actually doing laundry. So 20, 30, and 35. I have 2 sons that they have very manual jobs, and I do the laundry around here. They would do it themselves, but I like things done the way I want it done, and so to keep from fussing, I just do it. And 32 minus 7.69, so I should have 24, 31 in restaurants, but I'm going to look for $24. And so I do their laundry for them. They used to do it on their own, and I didn't like what they were doing. So I just took it over, and they just politely let me. Yeah, there's some fights they'll let me have. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So that's right. And if you have adult children, then you know what I'm talking about. You know, there's like, you pick them. It's like, okay, I'm going to fight on this one. And your adult children are the same way. They are like, okay, I'm not going to fight with you. You know, I'm going to pick what battle we're going to have. And if it's about laundry, which they hate and I like to do, I end up getting to do it. So, which makes me happy. 65 minus 50.23, 14.77. So I either have $14 or $15 in personal money left, which is good for me. But yeah, so let's see what I got in here. I actually have $15 left, so yay. I'm gonna roll that into next week. I don't have anything else I think I need to spend. It's probably famous last words too, right? So let's go back and look at some stuff. So I paid all my bills. My light bill actually came in higher than what I expected. It's actually $216. but it's okay because I still had some things I was lower than this month, and so I was able to cover that. I only have one bill left, and that is for my car insurance, and it doesn't come out until the 28th. And all the little SMs you see on there, that stands for Survey Merchandiser, and that's when I went out merchandising. I have not been merchandising as much because I've been trying to study, and plus I have had some calls after hours that I've had to be on, and they're international, and it's nuts doing an 8-hour shift and then coming home and working some more. Yeah, it's times like this you're like, I wish I got overtime, because this is not cool. But anywho, moving on, this week I've had 5 no spends, so whoop whoop. So I may be able to make my goal of 20 no spend days. That was pretty ambitious of me, but yeah, I might be able to pull that off. Next week I'm gonna have to do 6, and then in week 5 I'm gonna have to just take off that Monday and not do any spending, because Mondays I typically don't do a lot of spending or do any. So I might be able to pull that off. And I did get 4 items listed on Mercari. I'm going to list a pair of shoes today, and I'm getting close to the $40 for my cash envelopes, but I have to close out my cash envelopes for my second paycheck to make sure I have enough to cover that. So those monthly goals are almost done. And now week 3. I said the maximum to spend on groceries was $75, and I actually spent $60.68, so yay for that. Household, the maximum I could spend was $10, and I spent $8.37. And when I set these weekly goals, it's just to see if I could come in under. For restaurants, the maximum was $7.69, and the maximum was $10, and I spent $7.69, so yay there. I really need to stop doing this. Personal was $65, and I spent $50.23. So yeah, I got all of them, and so I'm happy. I'm writing with the wrong pen, so that's why I'm hesitating, but I'm gonna just go ahead and suck it up. It's my book. I can do what I want. But anywho, so for week 4, I've already set week 4 and week 5 goals. So for grocery, the maximum I want to spend is $70. I put something down in restaurant for $10, but it doesn't make sense to me because this next week I will be going to Habitat for Humanity on Wednesday, and on Thursday I will be doing the GSO. I'll be packing food for military families that have a deployed spouse down at the FedEx Forum, so I won't be in the office on those 2 days, and so I'm not sure why I did that. Week 5 for groceries, you'll see I have $15, and this is just going to be a shop from my cabinet type week, and the $15 is just to pay for the essentials like milk, bread, eggs, the basics that I need. But I have a freezer full of stuff, and when I do a week like this, it just helps me to get that frozen food, we go through it and get that out of my freezer, so that way I don't have anything that has freezer burn, and I don't produce a lot of waste. And because that's one of my things I don't like, is wasting food. So, but anywho, in my not my cash envelopes, but my sinking funds, I did spend out of there. I did take some money out, and I got refunded back my money from the PMP study stuff that I bought. So I did get the $122.10 back, and so now my PMP exam fund is back at $405. I took $15 out and got my car washed, so it's actually like a new car to me. And I went to Target for my medical fund. I spent $17.38 on my my sinus spray and something else for my allergies. No, I got some bandages and stuff because last year I did Habitat for Humanity, and I have not had to grip a broom in a while, and it put a blister on my finger and everything, and so I was in pain. So this time I'm going to come prepared, and I need to make sure my sinuses are right to be outside and doing all that work outside, because it'll irritate me to the point where I'll get a cough and I'll have just all these issues, and it takes me months to recover from that. And so I've closed out my sinking funds. I don't plan on taking anything else out. You know what? There's something here that I didn't document down here for the gifts and the Christmas and gifts fund that I have. I took out $50 for Boss's Day, so I went ahead and made my contribution for that. And for medical, I took out $17.38, so I'm ending on $124 there. Dental stays the same, and I need to schedule my appointment to get that root canal done. And my taxes, I deposited $109.25. I wrote my check for $257.74, so that fund is now at zero. Subscriptions went up to $109. Clothing is at $99.02. I did buy myself a pair of shoes from Kohl's, and I do love them. And car maintenance, I added $75, subtracted out $15 for my car wash, and it's at $120. And so the PMP, I started out at $405. I spent $122.10. I deposited $122.10 after I had already spent $122.10, and so now it's back at $405. So my total for all of my sinking funds is $3,136.90. But yeah, I do need to document that. I did take some money out for Boss's Day out of the Christmas and Gifts Fund. And I think I did that. On Thursday. And I don't know. I'm just going to put work because I gave it to a coworker and I don't want to put her name on here. But yeah. And I have a good boss. So, because he told me to take home this RMC, this study material. He was like, you're the one that found it. You're the one that done the work. You've done all the research. Why should everybody else get to use the material before you did? And you're the one that put in all the effort to find it. He was like, if they don't like it, they can get their own. So I'm like, yay. This is why I have not left my manager, because he always helps me out. So, but anyway, that's my week, and this was a very good week, y'all. I'm getting so close to closing out this month and being better at some of my cash envelope spending. It's getting so much better. But yeah, this was a 4 out of 4, so yay. You guys have a super fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening. And also, thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. I am so overwhelmed. I know I probably don't sound excited, but actually I am excited. It's just the way I sound. I'm just one of those kind of, I don't know, kind of even-keeled tone type people. But actually, I'm a goober if you met me on the streets. Unless you're doing something that I don't like. But anyway, thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. Thank you for the people who keep returning back, because some of you guys have been with me since day one, and I know I did not know what the heck I was doing with all of this, but I appreciate all y'all support, because that's what's kept me on the path that I'm on. I had a hard time trying to pay my debt and staying motivated and doing this. I am one of the few people who actually shows you that they started off over $100,000 in debt, and that can be a very shaming statement to have to make and admit to people. So I have not had anybody come in be judgmental towards the choices that I've made, and I appreciate you all for that and your kindness. So you guys have a super fantastic morning, afternoon, and evening. Bye.